Story time on how my stepmom said that I was profiting off of my dad's death. November of 2022, my dad passed. I remember thinking how sad I was that there was nothing that I could wear of his every single day close to my heart. Like there was no necklace. I was looking at every jewelry shop trying to find something that reminded me of my dad, and I couldn't find anything. I ended up coming up with the idea of like, why don't I just do this myself? Then I posted on my Instagram and I was like, hey, is there anyone out there that's experiencing this as well? Or do I just want something very specific to my dad? No exaggeration, thousands upon thousands of women that had that exact same thoughts and opinions. I was so unbelievably inspired. Since I was posting so much on Instagram, it's actually being reached out to by larger companies that do collabs often with influencers. A little bit of backstory. I have a younger brother who has a boyfriend who is a jeweler. And one thing about me is I love to support who supports me. And I brought it to him. I said, hey, obviously you know that this is something that I've been missing. Would you maybe want to partner with me on this? He said, absolutely yes. He spent months curating the perfect list, going back and forth with my Instagram community, making sure that there were pieces that weren't just for me and my dad, but for women out there or whomever out there that wanted to wear these pieces. Right after this launch happened, of course, my stepmom had to have something to say about it. She's profiting off of her dad's death. But something that really caught me was, well, what about your son benefiting from this? Because he's dating the other half of this party that's doing this with me. Granted, again, we're not talking like massive profit. But if you're upset with me making a couple bucks, why aren't you upset with your son's boyfriend making a couple bucks? Oh, because your son benefits from it? A few months after our jewelry launch, I did a podcast episode with my mom, and I sat down and I asked her a ton of questions that I wanted to know about her, because somewhere between my dad's death and this podcast episode, I had realized that I didn't know my dad past my dad. So many things left unanswered that I wanted to know. I wanted to know what he thought about me the day they got a positive pregnancy test. I don't know what he thought. I wanted to know who his best friends were at my age. I wanted to know so much about my dad that I would never get answers to. So I sat down and did those with my mom. The amount of feedback from followers was like, thank you for asking all these questions. These are so many things I didn't even think to ask my parents. But obviously, since you've been through it, you're opening the door for so many people. Bright idea goes off in my brain. Bright, profitable idea. The last November 7th, which was my dad's 2-year anniversary of death, I launched questions I never got to ask. I crossed out never because as a consumer, it's questions I got to ask, but as the founder, it's questions I never got to ask. This is so carefully curated because there was a market for people, not in a profitable sense, but in a sense of there are so many people out there that I wanted to help. Just recently, it was brought to my attention that one of my brothers has said the same thing, that he's upset that I'm profiting off my dad's death over the cards, which is very interesting to me because I really just think it's jealousy speaking. But if you truly think that I'm profiting off my